Hello from gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, and May is upon us. Lots of things to do, lots of plants to be taken out of the greenhouse and planted in the garden. So it's time for an update before everything changes. And you are very welcome to my greenhouse in May update, a video about what I have growing in my greenhouse. And it's an important video because it's just the moment before plants get moved out into the garden and settled into their summer quarters. So we'll have a quick look at what's going well, what's looking really good in here at the moment, and really what's ahead of us. So most of these plants that you see up this side of the greenhouse, like the bananas and the rhodana, they'll get planted out into the garden very soon, and that will free up this border completely. I've already started that work, as you can see, with the aeonium table is now seriously depleted because all of those aeoniums have been planted in the garden. And I'm not going to show you where they are today. You're going to have to wait for my May garden update video to see where I've placed them, where I've planted them out. I think they look really quite well. So I guess what we need to do now is have a look at what's looking good in the greenhouse, which constitutes mostly this side. I haven't had a chance to tidy it up because, well, things are being pulled out of the greenhouse now, but we'll have a look anyway. So looking at this shelf here, I guess the thing that really strikes us is that it is Gasteria City. Look at these bloom spikes. In fact, I think every single one of my Gasterias is in spike. Do you see that one there has the flowers quite sparsely disseminated on the spike, whereas this one here has them much more tightly, compactly arranged, which obviously is more attractive. But anyway, yes, liking the latter better than the former. What else do we have to show you? Well, I think we could do with some watering in here today, but the epiphyllums are getting ready to do their thing. This is a Deutsche Keiserin, and it's covered in buds, which will soon open and look amazing. And beside it we have this little succulent. So you can see, not fully opened yet, but looking good. And behind we have the peanut cactus, which has opened the first two of its flowers, and they are such sunny, gorgeous things, are they not? I certainly think so. And those black things you see here, these are buds, so there'll be lots more flowers to come. These cactuses are looking really quite well, considering at one stage I thought they were for the bin, but they seem to have perked up. Behind we have an epiphyllum with a big fat bud, and there may be an epiphyllum in bloom video coming your way before very long. We have Cymbidiums, so this is Cliff Hutchings, still in very much flower, looking really well. Nothing has gone over yet, looking really pretty. Let's just have a look there. Very nice. And that stem behind is just opening. You see that there? So I'll have two more buds before very long. And down here we have an Easter cactus in pretty flower. Isn't that looking gorgeous? Beautiful little thing. Quite covered in flowers. A couple more buds to open, but yeah, I think it's looking really well. Look how the centres of the flowers have an extra little white bit in the centre there, like a second flower within. Really pretty. And just taking a quick look at the lower shelf, where normally I'd be more attentive to the fact that things are coming into flower, but I don't want to spend time now tidying up the greenhouse when things are going to come out, and I'm going to have to do a radical tidy up anyway. Now those buds look good, so this one will flower before long. And if we just move up this shelf here, I did notice an impressive, oh, by the way, look at this. Do you know what this is? This is the peperomia plant, the one that is such a fashionable house plant right now. And a friend of mine gave me this cutting a little while ago. It meant nothing to me at the time. I stuck it in the greenhouse and it's come through the winter in here. I'm going to have to bring that indoors. In fact, I'll keep that in my hand now, bring that indoors and pamper it a bit. But it's putting on like a fresh leaf, so that'll be good. But anyway, we were on our way up here to see this Deutsche Keiserin plant, which is just coming into flower. Now these flowers turn a deep, deep pink once they open. Well, not a deep pink, but a most definite pink, whereas here they look very wishy-washy white with a touch of salmon. And when they're actually in full bloom, they really are impressive. But they look like this first. So, yeah, so this is to look forward to. And this is one that really deserves a place further up in the shelf, but hasn't had it. Look at all the buds there and there. And if we move around here, such an ugly plant generally speaking, but the flowers are amazing when it's in flower. And my camera is being interrupted by another Gasteria in bloom here, or in spike. So many in spike. And look what I found. This cute, cute little cactus. Has a couple of flowers opened and a couple coming. It's a Mammillaria. And aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Now it just seems to be that larger growth that's producing the blooms. There doesn't seem to be anything coming from the others. But I have 2 flowers open and 2 buds coming, so that's really, really nice. Sometimes the more subtle things bring us more joy than the big slap you around the face with my gorgeousness kind of plant. Although I do like those as well. So moving around to the other side, to the table where the orchids normally reside. We have some Disas in bud. Just 2. This one here. And the other one, which you saw in a previous video, and I didn't get around to repotting these plants. And if we have a look here, I will show you something funny, which is that this decided to, to crawl out of the pot of one of the pots from the bottom, which Disas will do, and is just kind of sitting in the water there. So, yeah, I guess I really should repot them, but well, you know, there's a whole lot to do in spring and it's hard to get to everything. My king Protea is in flower, and the flower has just gone over ever so slightly now at this stage. Those of you who follow the YouTube community page on Gardening at Douentza will have seen a photograph of this when it was in its full glory, and it's still looking pretty nice. But you see these bits here, they look a bit more ruffled than before. Big flower, big flower. And we have one more bud coming this year, that one there, which is shaping up to be just as nice as this one. And here are the Begonia luxurians flowers, this time open. I don't think they were open last time we looked. And if we go in there, you can actually see that they make this white flower with a yellow centre. Which isn't bad at all. And we have the Euchroma in flower as well. Lots of blue flowers, bluey purple flowers. And this is my Albizia tree, or the silk tree. silk floss tree, and it's not hardy in Ireland, so I keep this in the greenhouse. But I just love the dark foliage, and if it ever flowers for me with those kind of pale pink floofy flowers, they'll contrast the leaves so well. Really look forward to that. And down here under the table, growth is in progress. Really need to get these plants out. Look at this Eucomis. Right, I need to get that out, I need to get that fed, and I need to get it into the sun so that the leaves can get properly black this year. And just moving up this side, oh yeah, here's my Davidia tree, my handkerchief tree. This is the one that you saw a fine example of in the Bluebell Stroll video. An amazing tree. And normally it takes a long time to flower, but I have a particular cultivar that flowers even when it's small. So, well, it's not going to flower this year, but hopefully next year. Now, I potted it on since you last saw it, and I have identified a place to plant it in the garden, so that will be coming very shortly. Okay, right, that's all at the moment. Under there you see the dahlias, which need to be planted out, along with most of the stuff here in the greenhouse. This was my quite quick May, quicker than most videos anyway, May update of what's in the greenhouse at the moment. Hope you liked it, and I hope you'll check back for lots more.